During my third year of college, I remember I went on a birthright trip, and I get this list of places that we're going to sleep at every night, and we have to sleep in tents. And I'm like, wait a second, I did not sign up for all of this. And I remember on the third day where I'm sitting there suffering, trying to organize my day, get the 10 eggs in the morning, the workout, the tefillin, all the different things I was doing at the time, I realized that I'm always trying to control everything. And for the first time in my life, I decided to let go. And I remember at that moment, I felt a sort of harmony, a sort of peace within myself. Later on, when I was studying the wisdom of the Torah, I realized that this is a very, very fundamental principle in Divrei Chazal. I want to focus in on a few points, one of them being this week's Parashat Behar. We get this commandment that sounds ridiculous. God is telling us for one full year, every 7 years, to stop working our fields completely. Now we have to understand that throughout history, the main form of sustenance was agriculture, was our crops. And all of a sudden, 1 year, we're not dealing with it. So a person would say to himself, what am I supposed to do for that year? What's the purpose of this year? We see the same question applies regarding the mitzvah of Shabbat, the seventh day, which applies still up until now. We have a commandment to disconnect, to put our businesses aside, to put our phones aside, to just connect and focus inwards. And again, a person asks himself, what is the purpose of all this? So one of the big purposes of this is when we look in Pirkei Avot, it says, when a person, he accumulates multiple assets, he accumulates for himself also worries. And the solution for that is exactly what the parasha is telling us. When you disconnect, when you understand that this world is temporary and that everything you have is not necessarily yours, you're using it for your mission in this world, you let go. You stop trying to control, you stop trying to collect. And that is one of the major underlying principles for a person to live a truly happy life. Because in actuality, when we really try to figure out life, we realize that there's so many variables that we do not control. Very few things do we control. And the formula of the Torah says the Mishnah, Lo alecha melacha ligmor, ve'en ata ben chorin libatel imena. Imagine that you come to a company and the CEO, first thing he tells you, he says, it's not your responsibility to finish things over here. You would say to yourself, wait a second, you want to motivate me to get things done. But he tells you, the first thing I need you to know is that it's not your responsibility to finish things. That's what Hashem is telling us. You came to this world, I'm in control. I want you to enjoy life. I want you to try your best, but then let go. Lamavet totzaot, that the results are for the next world. You cannot control the results of your life, and that's why Hashem is telling us, enjoy. Al mei menochoti naleni, says David HaMelech, that you have to live life like you're just flowing through the river. And that is one major thing that we learned this week's parasha. This is something that could take a person forward in his life, to enjoy every moment of life, to do his effort and know that Hashem has a master plan. Wishing everyone a Shabbat Shalom.